Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Grammy, Academy, and Golden Globe Award-winning superstar, Mary J. Blige, live in Memphis. The For My Fans Tour, live at FedEx Forum Saturday, April 19th, with special guests Neo and Mario. Get tickets now at livenation.com. The iconic Mary J. Blige, for one night only.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item, whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing compares to catching your Grizzlies IRL. And that all starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight. Put that jersey collection to use for the next game and get Grizzlies tickets at Ticketmaster. Whether they're here at FedEx Forum or on the road, Ticketmaster's got your back when it comes to scoring tickets. And there's no better brag than saying you saw it live.
Debo traded from San Francisco to the Commanders for a 5th-round pick. There's no other sport where you would get a player of his ilk for a 5th-round pick.
Over under total yards for Debo. If they set it at 1,000, you think he hits that over?
Total yards?
Total yards from scrimmage. Total yards.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
The Odds Couple, live at 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans, one exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you during the Grizzlies 2024-2025 season. Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Anticipate each challenge, make a quick response, capitalize on every opportunity, and win. Greatness won't wait. It's true in basketball. It's true in banking. Grizzlies Checking from Pinnacle. Play hard. Bank easy. Open a Grizzlies checking account with at least $100 and a recurring direct deposit by August 31st, and you could receive a $200 direct deposit bonus into your account. Details at grizzliesbanking.com. Member FDIC.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing beats catching your Grizzlies IRL, and nobody knows that better than you. So next time you want to hit up a game, Ticketmaster's got your back with tickets to every upcoming matchup. Whether you're catching the Grizzlies at home or on the road, you'll find tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Keep putting that jersey collection to use and get Grizzlies tickets today. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside again soon, Memphis.
I never in a million years would have ever thought that John Cena's final run would be as a heel.
I love it.
I love it.
Once they saw this from The Rock.
They knew it. Everybody knew it except for Cody, which was so good.
Great camera work by WWE.
And then the kick. Yeah, I don't think WWE gets enough credit for the camera work and the production quality. I mean, it is incredible.
Tune in to Grind City Wrestling weekly on the Grind City Media app and on the Grind City Media YouTube channel.
In honor of George Foreman, decided to do a pick six on 6 greatest heavyweight boxers of all time.
Number 4, my guy, Mike Tyson. There is no greater feat that I've had. Like if I had my Mount Rushmore of things that I've accomplished in my life, the very first time I beat Mike Tyson in Mike Tyson Punch-Out.
Get all of your HBCU sports and culture news by tuning in to HBCU Huddle with CJ Hurt and Mike Wallace. New episodes drop every Thursday on grindcitymedia.com, YouTube, and Spotify.
Live from downtown Memphis, this is the Chris Vernon Show on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, here's your host, Chris Vernon.
Noon on GrindCityMedia.com. It's Chris Vernon Show. Welcome. It is the Wednesday, April 2nd, 2025 edition of the show. Today on the show, we were at FedEx Forum last night for the Grizzlies versus the Golden State Warriors, and the Grizzlies lost again. They are now headed on the road trying to lick their wounds and get back on a winning track as the standings changed again last evening. And it's not a great story for them. We'll get to everything we saw, including Steph Curry's transcendent performance. In addition to that, we'll get to all the news and notes of the day. Jessica Benson from the Jessica Benson Show will join us as she does on Wednesdays, and we will talk about storylines for the upcoming Final Four. It is a Wednesday. It is nice outside, but it's supposed to get eerie tonight. So smile, let's do it. Turn it up. Everybody's having a good day. All right. Well, we got a bunch of stuff to get to, not the least of which was the basketball game we were at last night at FedEx Forum that saw the Grizzlies lose 134-125 to the Golden State Warriors. That is now 4 losses in a row against Oklahoma City, the Lakers, Boston, and Golden State. They now are about to head on the road, and they will play at Miami, at Detroit, at Charlotte for the next 3 games. Before I get to anything, I welcome John Roser to the show. John Roser, a.k.a. the Clone Ranger, the Box Ray Bandit, Senior Sack. Johnny Backpole, Johnny Bearcat, John Asparagus, Johnny Nick Carb, John Lance. He's Yogi Roser. Hello, John.
Hey, what's up?
Devin Walker's here. He's the microphone mangler, Senor Quasadilla, Mr. Math, Navajo Joe, the reporter, the photographer. He's Sir His. He's Walker 93.
Hello, good people. I'm gonna call you now, bro. John Selfie. That's your new nickname.
Oh yeah, John last night took a
Selfie.
A guy who posts on Instagram twice a year decided to post on Instagram last night
with Steph Curry.
With Steph Curry in the background.
Yeah.
Just here at work.
Hey, look
at Steph Curry.
Loving my job.
Maybe I should start doing that with our players because he scored 52 last night.
Maybe you should start doing that, Roser. You should appreciate our guys more.
I do.
You don't post selfies with them?
They were on the other side of the court last night.
They were. I got to the arena early to see the Steph Curry warm up. Interestingly enough, there was less people in there for the Steph Curry warm-up than I've ever seen. And I watched it, and I was like, does this guy ever miss anything? And then I walked up to the concourse and quickly realized why nobody was there for the Steph Curry warm-up.
Because they were fighting for the hoodie?
Because they were lined up from where the Caesar Sports Bar is in FedEx Forum all the way to Chick-fil-A.
That's around the building, dog.
It is literally half of the building. There were people standing in a line in the concourse. What is that? I mean, there's over 3,000 people.
Yes.
Yes, standing in line. because what they did is they gave you a voucher for the Jaren Jackson Jr. Slam cover hoodie. And so they gave you a voucher, and then you had to circle like what size you wanted on the voucher. And so once you got in through the gates, you had to go get in the line for the hoodie. But the hoodie line went all the way around. So there weren't that many people in the arena while Steph Curry is warming up. And then I walked outside. I mean, come on.
That's a monstrosity.
I mean,
that is a monstrosity.
Oh, a monstrosity.
Yeah.
What? You did multiple?
Oh, there's like 7 of them. It's just me and Steph, you know. All right. My new best friend.
Talk about yourself.
We're hanging
me
out.
and Steph.
Just me and Steph, you know. My guy and Chef. I call him Chef.
You call him Chef?
I'm like, what's up, Chef? You cooking tonight? He was like, I got something for you, J-Dub.
Here we go again.
Yeah,
he calls me J-Dub.
All right, Dolly.
Put it up. Put it up.
All right.
Grumpy Grizzly is out.
Put it up. He's back.
It is what it is. It is what it is. All right.
He's back.
So, you may have seen that Steph Curry had 52 points last night. Let me just, before I get into everything else that took place, he was absolutely, positively amazing. In 20-some years of going to games at FedEx Forum, that is on the very short list of most amazing performances I've ever seen. Obviously, in 2008, and the only reason I remember the year is because the Tigers made the Final Four, was when Kobe had the 60-something in FedEx Forum. But that last night, like right off the bat, and we actually played his post-game interview, and they asked him about scoring 2 points the last time he was in FedEx Forum. And so was this, to make amends for that? And he was like, I didn't even remember I had 2 the last time. He's like, but thanks for reminding me, guys. And so he's like, but what I did know is that we have played Memphis many times over the years, and the times in which we have had our problems with Memphis, they have jumped up on top of us, and then we have found it hard and difficult to execute everything we want to and to play with. Then we're playing from behind. And this is the team you cannot let jump on you. He goes, so it was very intentional for us to come out in the first quarter and to try to put our best foot forward, like right there, not like ease into the game, because we have eased into the game against the Grizzlies before, and we have paid for it. And sometimes, obviously, like the last time they played in FedEx Forum this year, that got wildly out of control, and they ended up losing by 40-something, 50 points, whatever it was, right? It was outrageous. And it just got away completely. But the tone was set like immediately, like the Grizzlies just jumped on top of him. And so he wasn't going to ease into anything. And they ended up putting 45 points up in that first quarter, and now you've got, look, you're pushing the boulder uphill, as they say, for the rest of the way. It's going to take you a hell of a lot of energy just to be able to fight back and make it a game, which the Grizzlies did. But he was otherworldly. Outside of the 52 is going to make the headlines, but I mean, the guy had 10 rebounds, the guy had 8 assists, and the guy had 5 steals. He was so...
We talk about gravity, boy.
Oh, my God, he was incredible.
The gravity of Steph Curry is one to behold, bro.
Well, and here's the other thing, and this is one of the things we talk about. Like, so we're on the front of the Jimmy Butler acquisition. It's something you knew I was a huge fan of when they made it. They have lost 5 games since they acquired him. I believe 3 of those 5 games, one or the other,
when they both
has
have
not
played, they're 17-2.
Okay, 17-2 when both of them have played. And this is, and as someone who has watched Steph Curry's versions of the Warriors play over and over again, one of the things that had come about with this version of the Warriors, of which they needed to greatly improve, was when you talk about the gravity of which he includes, that if you want to sell out and you want to start, making life as difficult as you need to make it on him, it was like, okay, then he passes out of it. Now Draymond, is doing his thing where he's dribbling down from the 4-on-5, and he's playing 4-on-5. But you didn't care that they threw the ball out to Kuminga. You didn't care they threw the ball out to Andrew Wiggins. You didn't care that they threw the ball out to Podziemski. You didn't care that it didn't matter to you, right? Yeah. There was one guy, and it's like, all right, If the other ones are going to beat us, then we'll live with it. That's what Butler changes. That's what it changes. Because you do care. You have to care.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, and you're going to pay less mind to him, Jimmy Butler ends up with 27 last night in the game. Draymond ends up with a triple-double, and it's like, what just happened? I mean, it didn't matter what the other guys do on the court. And in fact, you look at the other guys, Moses Moody, plays a role. Podziemski plays a role, and they get you, 11 points, 8 points.
Podziemski crashed the board a lot better than I thought he did.
Yeah.
He crashed the offensive boards hard, boy. He got the last tip in to seal it when they missed a shot.
Yeah, and they played it, and they don't play some kind of super long rotation as they did early in the season. That thing is tightened up a little bit more. But I mean, that is what the Butler thing has attained for them. Now, all of that being said, though it is a grumpy Grizzly day, I will say this. Gary asked me, what can you take that is positive from? And obviously, we are so far past, being angry about things. So you are looking for, and this is what I told him. I said, look, in the end, the only thing that matters is the results. And the big picture is you still can't beat good teams. And good teams lose all the time. Somehow it's never to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that is obviously mega depressing. What I will say is this, that we just watched them play 3 teams that they are clearly not better than, okay? They're not better than the Lakers now. They are not better than the Warriors now. And they are not better than the Celtics now. Yeah. And they are way worse than the Celtics, right? And this is what I told Gary. There's the Celtics, and there's Oklahoma City, and there's Cleveland, right? Those teams have separated themselves greatly from the rest of the pack in the NBA, right? There are 3 teams that feel great and fear no one and feel great about their chances, and for good reason, because over the course of the season, they have performed at a consistently high level. They have performed again at a consistently high level against their peers, even the good ones, and so they feel good about it. Everybody else doesn't know, because on one side, right, if I said Cleveland and Boston, you're going from 3 down. New York has the same conversations we do all the time. Trust me, I host a podcast with a Knicks fan, and we are texting all the time, and he's like, the Knicks can't freaking beat anybody. You know what I mean? And it's like either Jalen Brunson's going to stand on his head at the last 5 minutes or we're going to lose it. So that's the Knicks, right?
Yeah.
And they have their own questions. Tibbs plays too many minutes. Ours is that we don't play our guys enough minutes. And it's like, but that's on down. The second seed in the Western Conference is 9-1 to make the West Finals.
Yeah.
Okay? So Vegas tells you they are a long shot to win 2 rounds. That's the 2 seed.
Yeah.
Okay? Denver just lost last night to Minnesota, right?
Amazing game,
but there are teams that are lower in the standings. It's odd because it's almost inverse. The teams that were doing very well and felt good about themselves for a majority of the season now don't feel as good, probably. And the teams that are lower, and then I'm speaking specifically of the Western Conference, they feel the best they felt about their teams. If you're a Clippers fan, you feel the best you felt about your team. If you're a Lakers fan, you feel the best you felt about your team. If you're a Warriors fan, you feel the best you felt about your team. And if you are a Timberwolves fan, you feel the best that you felt about your team this year, right? Mm-hmm. Those 4, you feel the best that you have about your team. And everybody else is it's kind of matchup and health dependent. I don't know. There's nobody that, has these incredibly warranted high hopes, except for 3 teams, right? There's 3 teams. So, fast forward, you've played 2 of those in the Western Conference and Boston, okay? Boston is 1 I set aside, okay? Boston is so much better than you, and you're never beating
so
that
much
team.
better than everybody.
And it's that. I think that team's going to win the title.
Yeah,
okay. Okay.
For sure.
So I'm going to set them aside.
Yeah.
I never expected to be better in Boston anyway, right? I don't care how well this season was going. You're probably not as good as them. Look at their players. They got better players than you. All the way across. They got better players. Okay. And they're spending $1 billion to do it. the Warriors and the Lakers are supposed to be your peers, right? That's who you're in the mix with right now. You look at playoff standings, like that's who you're in the mix with. And I think one of the massive problems, and the reason that no longer we see Taylor Jenkins on the sidelines for the Memphis Grizzlies, is that you got to the point where you weren't close with them. You weren't competing against those. You go play the Clippers, you get run out. You played Portland, you got run out. Anytime you play, it had gotten to the point where anytime you played anybody good, you were losing by double digits. You were losing by 15. You were losing by whatever. Yeah. And so the one thing I will say, and it's mildly positive, okay, is that I look at it and I go, okay, you competed against both of those teams. Like, you ain't that far. Like, I watched the Boston game and went, bro, you are never beating them. I watched the other two games and go, you got to play better than you did. You can't have what was in commonplace in both of those two games is Jaren Jackson Jr. got 2 early fouls in both of those. But, bro, if you can't win scoring 127 and 125, then fine. But you don't got to be that much better. You got to give up 120. Giving up 124 and 126 still sucks. But you would have won both of those games if you gave up that number. So it's like you don't have to be that much better defensively, and you're not that. We had gotten to the point where if you were playing anybody with a pulse, like if we were playing against LA, we were playing against Warriors, we feel like we're just gonna get smoked, right? We ain't even in that same hemisphere. I watched these 3 games, and there was only one of the teams that I said, you ain't in the same hemisphere. Yeah. The other 2, you're in the same hemisphere. Yeah. You got to play better than you did.
You just need to wear your big dogs, not getting to kind of revert to one.
You have to have your 3 guys be awesome. Yeah. Guess what? Their 3 guys were awesome. Yeah. Jimmy Butler at 27.
Draymond had a triple-double.
And Steph Curry
went nuclear.
All-time performance.
There's nobody else you care about on their team past those 3.
Nah, because Quinn posted a couple in the first quarter. He didn't hit nothing else.
Moses Moody hit the dagger, which was caused by Jimmy Butler, Curry, and Draymond.
The dagger might have been the Pod's
offensive rebound.
That's
when I walked up. When the Pod flew out of nowhere.
You are going to have role players make plays in games. But what I'm saying is, you look at their group, especially in the absence of Kuminga, you look at their group and you go, all right. And they brought in Quentin Post, and they brought in Guy Santos, and they brought in, Buddy Hield, and they brought in Kevon Looney. And, it's 3 guys, right? And you got it, those 3 guys. And, again, those 3 guys had to be amazing for them last night. And guess what?
And
they were amazing for them.
And one was an all-timer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even if you have, a mildly good step performance, the Grizzlies we win that game. If it's not a nuclear step, you win the game. Steph just had an all-time performance.
And so that's what I will say is at least, we played 3, okay, and actually it's 4, of the losses, okay? Bro, you're not close to Oklahoma City.
No.
You're not close. You're not close. You're not close to Boston.
No.
I do not think you're that far off from LA and
you're not.
The Warriors. You're in that group. And that's the problem. So that's why I'm saying Taylor Jenkins isn't on the sidelines because we had gotten to the point where we weren't even in that group. They lost both of these games, and they lost both these games on their home floor. I'm not telling you they could beat either of those teams in a playoff series. What I'm saying is it had gotten to the point where we were losing those games by 15. We weren't even close to anybody decent. But those teams are good teams. As they are currently constructed, the Lakers and the Warriors are both very good. They are, okay? And they're both going to be a bitch to deal with for anybody in the playoffs. And you're probably, I'm not telling you you're better than those teams, right? They made improvements. Their trade deadline swung it. They became better than you at the trade deadline, okay? Because they added Jimmy Butler, they added Luka Doncic. But I also don't think that you're not in that group of teams, right? That group of teams. And at least it made you feel that way when you played those two. Again, You're you're not close to the group that's the title group. Okay? Which is the 3 that we talked about that is, has warranted extremely high expectations. But you ain't. I mean, those were both good games. Correct. They're both good games.
And I love that our best guys were our best guys in the moment. Like, other than Jaren had to get in foul trouble, foul out. Like, Ja has been amazing. Other than, like, these down the stretch, he's, like, hanging in the air, turnovers. But, like, 36 and 6, and he had a double-double the last game. Like, that's the Ja you wanted to see, right?
Right. No, him, Bane, and Jaren have to be great. And that was not a good Jaren game at all. Not only the foul trouble, he was 7 for 20.
My guy looked like he was
at
going
one
to pass
point.
out.
Yeah.
And when he was short arming those tray balls in the corner.
3 in a row. 3 different corner threes that he short-armed all 3 of them.
The other thing, too, that speaks to him, like the 2 of 9 from 3, and just even for some of our... Dude, we have 42 points in the paint. Like, they are not a big team. Like, you have got to attack the rim on them.
Right.
Edie did.
Yeah.
Oh!
They are so small.
Edie was feasting.
They are.
Like, you can't, part of it, I think, like, Jared taking 9 threes, it's like a couple of them he walked into, but some of those ones, like, in the fourth, it's like, it felt like those corner ones, like, dude, they are leaving you there. Like, they'd rather you take that than you just drive to the basket on them.
Yeah.
Edie.
I did watch last night, and I thought to myself, and I said this right after the trade deadline, and maybe I'm just wishing on a star. I probably am. I'm wishing for something that has not been, that has no reason to be valid. But I said at that time, it has to be Vince Williams. Now, obviously, Vince Williams was out for illness. You wondered if he got sick from that friggin' ref the other night. There were 2 guys out with illness. You remember the Boston game? We ended the game with 2 refs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And they said he was out with injury. They told me he was barfing in the back. Really? He just couldn't stop barfing. Like the ref. Who knows? So maybe he had some kind of stomach bug or something, and maybe one of our guys got it. And look, Vince Williams has been a big disappointment. But again, look, Jalen Wells has had a very good rookie year, right? Like, you need a long, athletic guy to be out there on the perimeter guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the trick. It's like, bro, you are throwing him into hell, having him out there guarding Steph Curry. And it's like, Vince Williams is like the only wing on the team that might be able to bring defensive force.
Or that might bump
Seriously,
him a little.
you need him so badly. You need a wing that can bring defensive force. Because this 39-45 in the first quarter, it doesn't work. And again, because you've got a small backcourt with Ja and with Bane, you need somebody that can bring some defensive force.
Yeah.
And in the absence of, and again, they made their choice on Marcus Smart, but bro, you've got to have somebody that can play some defense. You've got to. You've got to have somebody that can stay in front of somebody that can chase the best player around. And again, we have not seen it. The results have been very poor for Vince since he came back. But I also think that there is a world where Vince Williams could end up having to become your small forward, because it's too much for Wells. Yeah. And now you're getting into the playoffs, you're going to have to put him out there on whoever you face. Like, say we have to play in the friggin' play-in. That's a real thing that could happen now.
That's
bro, we can't put it, we can't put him out there on Anthony Edwards and say go.
Yeah, because last night, too, it was like one of those things where, you see Steph. When Steph can just run freely, I think that's the Steph Curry that's the most deadly. Like, when we had Dylan or other physical defenders, they'll bump him, make him feel you a little bit. Jalen wouldn't really kind of bump him. He would I'm here.
Right.
Then Steph pass it. Then Steph he'll stand up straight, and Steph will make a move wide open 3.
Right.
And Scotty's about 5'11", 6 foot.
And the poor kid also ran into 75 screens.
Yeah, he did.
I mean,
he's run into a lot of screens.
73
My God, it is
were illegal, but there were still screens.
We need to get him a helmet.
I told you.
The man
Why
has
y'all be
gotten.
crashing?
It's unbelievable.
It's like dodge him, bro.
Bro, or just like maybe get him some peripheral vision or
Yeah.
something. Like, God,
Dodge
bro.
the screens.
Why do you run so hard into every screen? Like, it's always just feels damaging.
Yeah, and like
Who
Scotty's.
who did Edie drop with the screen? Was it last night or the
Oh,
Boston
Moody.
game?
Moody got one.
Oh my
That's the
God.
Edie
That
screens
was
I want.
hilarious.
I want every one of them screens to be like, oh, brick wall. You know what I'm saying? And
Yes.
that comes with time too. I think
Yes.
he's gonna learn a lot about the setting screen thing. I know you're gonna bring it up, Roser. I heard you on the radio talking about it last night. The brick hands. He's gonna learn how to do some
Yeah,
stuff.
that's like.
But-
it's people, we had a caller say like, catch and keep the ball high and go up, and I'm like, no, just like catch. Let's just catch.
First step.
Like, let's work
First
on
step,
that.
baby
Just
steps.
catch the ball.
But no, I mean, look, bro. Like I'm with you though on the physical, the guarding thing. Because I just watched Steph
We
last
just
night.
need somebody that can go out there and play with defensive force on the wing.
Yeah, Steph looked way too comfortable last night, just running up and down. Like nobody, like he never felt like somebody was gonna knock his ass into the third row.
Right.
He was like, I'm just gonna run around here and hope I'm gonna get a wide of a shot.
Yes.
Like when I know we speak on his name, DB. Like he made it tough on Steph. TA made it tough on Steph. Even if you get 30, 35, it's gonna
Right.
take 27 shots to get it.
That's right.
He was comfortable last night, bro. And
That's right. And I'm saying there's only one guy on the roster that can bring defensive force.
yeah.
Like, we need him to be able to come back and be a guy that can get into like because otherwise we're putting out wings out there and it's like, man, it's like Wells and it's Kennard and then you're playing Santi, 40 minutes a night now, and it's like, bro, you can't. And that's the reason that the Jaren thing becomes of wildly outsized importance is because he's your only plus defender. And he can clean up a myriad of things. Yeah. He cleans up a myriad of things. Like just with his size and his length and him being out there, he cleans up so much. And when he's not on the court, it's just a free-for-all. Seriously. Like it's like you can't even survive defensively.
Yeah.
And it's like, so we got to have somebody that can stay in front of somebody on the perimeter. And what I'm saying is, like, I got it. Vince has not been good. He's your only chance. You don't have another physical defender.
Nope.
I mean, you tried to go Lamar Stevens.
Yeah, you should have put Lamar out there to bump Steph a little bit.
You know what I mean?
But they'll leave him butt naked open, though.
I'm just saying you need somebody that's just going to chase and run and, just you decide, like, bro, this is your assignment. You've got to just – that's your job tonight.
Yeah, deter his path at least a little bit,
Well, because Vince has got the length and athleticism in order to stay in front of somebody and at least try to make it hard, right? But again, I've seen Vince Williams as well for the last couple of weeks, and he has not been that guy, okay? It has been a disappointment. I'm also saying you've got to find somebody on the perimeter that can play with some defensive force, or else it's just going to, it opens up everything else, especially, in this, you're giving up crazy numbers in the first quarter.
45, bro. 45 spot is crazy.
That's crazy.
Like, that's insane.
Bro, that's they do that 4 times. It's 180 points.
Hey, somebody said Steph, remember that we beat him by 51, so he made sure he dropped 52.
Maybe so.
He was definitely paying attention, bro. It was, but like you said, bro, it was last night we texted about this. Last night was probably one of the best games we've had watched in a while. Like just far as cut out the first quarter.
You had your chances.
You had your chances.
Bro, you were down 3, and Scottie Pippen, what is the difference between the Sam Cassell big balls, like them shrink up inside you? Bro, he hit the bottom of the backboard.
Oh, what Cubs tweet? Cubs tweet is about that.
It was one of them.
That was crazy.
Dude, it was.
Wide open from the top of the key.
That is tight booty, man.
Pause.
That is cold tub.
Good shrinkage.
It shrunk.
Good shrinkage.
Bro, I love Scottie Pippen, but dude.
The swing.
Dude, swing. Top of the key. We're down 3 in crunch time. Yeah. Scottie Pippen did a much better job on Curry than Jalen.
He did, because he was one to be physical, even though the size thing is he's a little shorter, but at least he bumped Steph a little bit.
Yeah.
But Steph was also
helped hold him to 20 in the second half.
Hey,
the guy was on pace for 64. We held him to 52.
Yeah. He didn't shoot well in the fourth quarter. Did a good job in the fourth quarter on him.
We did do a good job in the fourth quarter, bro.
The problem is that look, this is the same. Hey, look, we're following the same game plan, which are both untenable things. Okay.
Jaron, stop fouling, dog.
We can't get stops in the first quarter, and we can't score in the fourth.
We scored 18
against
the Celtics in 22 last night? 22, 24?
We can't score in the fourth.
22.
And we can't. And look, teams ratchet it up.
Yep.
In the fourth quarter, and especially the good teams.
Yeah,
they ratchet it up.
Yeah, it was like a 3 or 4.
No, it was 103-103 going into the fourth.
Yeah.
And then in the what's it called, Oklahoma City game, you were right there. It was like 99-99. Next thing you know, you got beat by 30. Like, what just happened? You can't just say like these teams can't just like crank it up. And the other thing that is very relevant about what's happened earlier, you are giving up too big of point totals in the first quarter. You are not scoring enough in the fourth quarter. Okay. Part of the reason you're not scoring enough in the fourth quarter is because in the fourth quarter these teams start treasuring every possession. That's what the Grizzlies have to do. They have to start, like, look, you're getting into playoff mode. You got to start caring about every offensive and defensive possession.
Yeah.
And they get loosey-goosey, in the words of Josh Pastner, with the ball, and they start turning it over. In the fourth quarter, they turn the ball over.
I hate the jump pass so much.
Oh, my gosh.
We all jump pass so much.
Look, we have called 12 a couple times recently, and it has been a busy signal.
He lost pods on the offensive rebound, then the timeout, and then the turnover right out of the timeout.
It was, and then in the Laker game, we're down 6.
Oh,
and you don't like the tween step back? I don't hate it as much as you did. I mean, you hated it. You were furious about the tween.
It's a 29% three-point shooter shooting a step-back three-pointer.
He was sparking it on last night.
Huh?
He was sparking it last night.
He hit him last night.
He made a couple.
He shot the ball well.
36 last night. But yeah, down the stretch.
No, 5 of 8.
Yeah, he was sparking it.
Yep.
But yeah, I just like the down the stretch, bro. You gotta be able to.
Every possession has to matter.
Yeah, every one of them.
Well, and the other thing is like,
we've been
again,
saying
swing, and Scottie Pippen. It's all the same stuff.
We say
it's all the same.
We've been saying every possession has to matter for God knows how many weeks, and every possession does not matter.
No, it's annoying because
No,
look, there was a part where even Coach Tomas did his thing last night, and he's like, and this used to drive me crazy with Taylor, so I've got to say, it drives me crazy with this coach too, bro. It's basically like we give them the game plan. We didn't do a good enough job executing the game plan. And it's like, at some point, bro, it's like game 80. Okay?
Yeah.
It reminds me of when we once sat in a room right before I told you guys, we have got to get out of here, when we were all at Intercom together. And I walked back into the office because a guy stood up there and told me that the problem with radio is not all of the competition that is coming along. It's that we're not doing a good enough job telling our story of radio. And I was like, this guy is a buffoon. Like, stop telling me that the problem is the story we're telling, right? Just do it. Just do it, right?
Yeah.
Like, bro, you gave up 45 points in the first quarter. It's because they didn't pay attention to the game plan you put on the whiteboard. Bro, that's heart.
Yeah.
It's tenacity. It's care.
Yeah, Ja talked about it.
And you tell me you got a care factor, and you tell me that they're so in tune, and you tell me, like, bro, show me. All right, show me.
Growltowel idea, care factor.
Care factor.
Care factor.
Yeah.
Or
Ja talked about it after the game. He was asked, basically, he didn't say that, but about the problem, he said, don't let the main guy on the scout get 52.
Yeah.
Like, that's the number one guy on the scouting report.
Tackle
and
him.
He goes, he should not be taking 23s. We should not be allowing him to attempt 20, like that many threes. Like, he's the number one guy on the scout. Like, how is this, like, how are we allowing that to even happen?
Tackle him.
So this would be my thing. Tackle him. You don't have the players to do it.
Tackle him.
I just told you that your only chance is a guy that has not showed us he can do it either. But at least a guy that could bring.
Your only chance is a guy who has shown you he doesn't have a chance.
I know. He's the only one that could play with some kind of defensive force on the perimeter.
Yeah.
Are we fair? We have one wing that could do it. You got rid of Marcus Smart. Yeah. You got one wing that might be able to defend somebody. Because I've seen the others, and they can't.
Yeah.
I've seen it. Bro, when Jimmy Butler got the ball in the post against Luke Kennard, it was like me playing against William. Get off me, bitch. Like, you know what I mean? That's the way I do him. He's a little bigger now.
Also,
hey, what's up? Did you count your gravity points last night, Vernon?
Huh?
How many gravity points did you count?
It was a lot.
Shut up.
There's a lot of gravity points.
For the dude in the Warriors jersey?
By the way,
I'll tell you this. Hey, look.
No, shot quality was a thing.
Stop.
Isola. Isolo. Did you hear? Lang told me he brought this up in his pregame press conference.
I love it.
Talked about the missed threes against Boston because what they shoot like 20% from three against Boston or something.
Shot quality coach.
And he said, if you look at the shots that we got from three in that game,
that's right.
The expected percentage was for us to shoot 36% from three.
And we shot 25?
And we shot like 25, 26, 27, something like that. Percent.
Shot quality coach.
I am like, our players aren't good enough to make them in those spots.
Luke Kennard shot it 3 times. We're on the we're going the right way.
It. 3 times.
3 times, yeah.
In 60 minutes.
So if we're going in the gravity, what are we calling Santi Aldama's minus 26 in 30 minutes? Are we calling that the vortex?
Oh, yeah.
Black hole.
You were...
How do you minus 26 in 30 minutes? That's not very skydoggy of you.
You were trying to get that skydog, too.
No,
all right,
you were texting. You were lobbying for that skydog.
No,
and
I was going to get skydog.
Yeah, you would have gotten skydog with Edie.
The big dog had double plus.
And they were plus
blocks.
when Edie was on the court.
Yeah, I don't know about
Santi,
you. But
minus 26. What the hell is that?
You don't like it?
You don't like it.
Hey, there's another guy who's just going to play like the 3 or the 4, whatever, that can't guard.
You don't like it?
We are so loaded
all
with
right,
players
I'm going,
who can't
you know
guard.
what I'm doing? I'm going to shot quality.
No!
Bro. Yes, I am. It says those games are processing. All right, let's find out what Coach Tumas was talking about, because I can look this stuff up.
Yeah. We know.
All right, Coach Tumas.
We know you can look it up.
Let's see. The Grizzlies played against, who was it? Who did you say? The Celtics?
Yeah.
What night was that?
That was, what day is it? What's it today? We played them.
Was that Sunday?
Which
Saturday? Monday.
Monday?
Monday was
back to back,
Celtics. Monday was the Celtics.
Okay, Monday. All right.
We lost 117-103.
117-103? All right, I'm going to find you your shot quality number. We're going to find out if if Coach Tumas, where we were on, if we would have won the game based on shot quality. Man, I got to scroll down a long way to get. Do you know what our adjusted defensive shot quality is?
108.
28th.
Yeah.
So we can't guard. Eye test checks out too. Really that also passes the eye test.
It really does. Shout out Carmelo Anthony.
Man, they're just
Hall of Fame.
wide open all the time.
All right.
Come on, shot quality guy.
Against the Los Angeles Lakers, the final score was 134-127. According to shot quality, the game should have been Lakers 128, Grizzlies 122. Okay, so that was the same. Against the Boston Celtics, the aforementioned.
Oh, man.
So we should have lost by 6 to the Lakers, and we lost by
7.
Yeah, we lost by 7. Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I really want to know what this Celtics win says.
Well, you said
156 to 108.
No, you said that he called it out.
He said we should have shot 36%.
That's right.
Oh no.
The Grizzlies lost to the Boston Celtics 117-103.
Uh-huh.
According to shot quality,
oh no.
They should have lost 125-114.
Oh, so that's what, 2 buckets? 2 buckets less?
That's right.
Okay.
Because what you have to take into consideration is they should have made more wide open ones.
They were butt naked a lot.
Yeah.
Right.
Last night's
Joe
game,
Budden.
the Grizzlies lost the game 134-125. According to shot quality, the score should have been Warriors 136, Grizzlies 122. So it should have been worse. Okay.
Wait, what should have last night have been?
Okay. 136 to 122.
That kind of checks out. Because Josh shot 5 of 8 from 3. Like, Josh's not expected to make shots like that.
Well,
It's just true.
Well, I'm going to tell you. The Golden State Warriors shot 18% on shots at the rim. They're third worst this season.
Okay, that's Zach Edey. That's a Zach Edey problem right there, boy.
The Golden State Warriors shot 100%, 28 of 28 from the free throw line.
Dang.
They're second best all season. Ja Morant was expected to score 9 fewer points. Steph Curry was expected to score 10 fewer points.
Might have 52, bro.
Yeah.
In our building.
Yeah. All right. So now we haven't actually. So we haven't gotten a shot quality win since. Let me go back and check. We ain't doing good on that one either.
We are not shot quality kings anymore.
We ain't got a real life win or a shot quality win.
The last shot quality win that we have, which of course was a real loss. We lost to the Clippers 128 to 108. Shot quality, Grizzlies 112, Clippers 111. We should have won that game.
All right. Kicked in that moment.
We got beat by 20.
Hey,
other than that, not a lot of shot quality wins.
So speaking of the Clippers, bro, look, because last night, since the Timberwolves won, are we one game from being 8th? Half a game from being 8th?
Huh?
So the Timberwolves won last night. We half a game from being 8th?
Right now?
Yeah. Yeah, we're half a game from 8th.
Yeah, they are right now. The Clippers are, they are half a game behind you, as are the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Oh, no.
Yep.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Yeah.
This I know we've said this like 3 times
And it's
already.
for sure. And here's the crazy thing. You got to stay out of that, because if you get to that play-in situation, you're playing either the Clippers or the Wolves.
I don't want to get to
The Wolves are the more. I'd rather play the Wolves than the Clippers.
1,000%.
I don't want to play either one of them.
I'm
you
aware.
got to play against a team. You can't play against yourself.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and say it since y'all won't. This is just what it is. We are falling to the play-in. We are losing in the play-in. We are keeping our pick. That's what's happening. We're going to be a lottery team. It's what's happening. It's happening. Write it down. Take a picture. Send a postcard. That's what's happening. I'm living in reality.
Who are we losing to?
What, you living in reality?
Who are we losing to?
Well, yeah, okay, come on.
We would lose. Okay, so the play-in fall to what? 7 or 8?
Yeah.
Okay,
That's what the play-in is, dumbass.
Okay, tell me who we're playing.
No.
Just give me the team.
Minnesota. We play Minnesota.
We're losing to Minnesota. There you go.
No, we would not, bro.
Okay, and then it's the winner
and then it's Dallas.
The winner of Dallas Sac.
So it's Dallas.
Is it?
Yeah, I'd bet. And yeah, we'd lose to Dallas.
The Dallas team that lost to the Nets last night?
Yes.
Okay.
We would lose to Dallas.
Why?
Because they have Anthony Davis.
They have one player.
They have Anthony Davis.
They have one player, bro. At least LeBron was the auxiliary one when he played we played in LA. Who else? Who else are you afraid of on the Dallas Mavs, Rosen?
Wow, you're the worst.
Tell me who you're afraid of.
Worst. That's okay.
Okay, hold
so
on,
when it doesn't
Rosen.
happen, are you going to admit
hold
that you're wrong?
Hold on. At Miami.
Loss.
Okay, bro.
How many games do you think Miami's won in March?
They've won 5 in a row.
They
played Boston tonight. They are going to be on the second night of a back-to-back, though. They've won 5 in a row.
5 out of the last 6. But
and you have to play.
And it's not March anymore.
And it's a great crowd, too, down there.
It's a what?
Okay. All right, you say loss.
Yeah.
Okay.
At Detroit, loss.
At Charlotte.
Win.
I'll be there for that one. I can't wait.
Minnesota home.
Loss.
I hate you.
At Denver.
Loss.
I'll give that one.
Dallas.
Loss.
You think they win one game?
I hate you, Russ.
You may get 2, but yeah.
You think they win one game?
Yes. 1 to 2. Yeah. Give them 2. If you want to give them 2, give them 2 somewhere. That's fine. Yes.
You okay?
No, I'm fine. Like, I just think we're all pussyfooting around this.
How are
like
we pussyfooting around
No, we
it?
all just, well, if we could just do this, if we could just do this.
How are we pussyfooting
and
around
if we
it?
could just do this, like, bro, we're not good and we can't guard anybody. Like, teams are going to be able to do what they want to do against us.
How are we pussyfooting around
Yeah,
it?
we are. That's what
Which
we've
of
all
these
been
games
doing.
did you expect to win?
Yeah.
None of them.
Okay.
We did exactly.
But you're to the point where we can't beat Miami. We just played wars with the Lakers and the Warriors, but we can't beat the Heat.
Can. I don't think so.
What?
I don't think we're gonna win.
How did you watch those games and think that we're not on that level?
Oh boy. Go ahead, Roser. Go on.
How did I watch?
Yeah, how did you watch the Lakers and the Warriors games and think we're not close to those teams?
I think for the Lakers, I think the Lakers toyed around. I think if the Lakers wanted to beat us by 30, they could have. Anytime they wanted to do something, if they were like, okay, we're going to get this play, they could do it. And they did it. When it really mattered, it's like, okay, we're going to go do this now.
Okay.
And they can do it every time.
And Steph Curry's all-time performance. Go ahead. Go crazy. 52. Go ahead.
That game last night,
he had 52. Butler had 27. And Draymond had a triple-double.
That game was fun. That is not what a playoff-type game will ever look like. That game was way too fast, up and down, helter-skelter. Neither team played any lick of defense.
You realize they're not playing any playoff games for the next
They're not going to be playing them at all.
Oh, wow.
You keep talking about this damn pick. Well, okay, wait, talking about. You talking about this damn pick. What do you want to do with the pick, Roser?
What pick?
Oh,
yeah.
What pick are you talking
Our
about?
pick is lottery protected. The one we sent to Washington.
I don't want a damn lottery pick.
I know you don't want a lottery pick.
I want a player.
Hey,
I don't want lottery pick.
We're going 4-2.
That's fine. I'm with that, bro. Come on,
Roser
bro.
says we're winning 1. I say we're winning 4.
You depressed like these fans, bro. You can stay over there.
No, it's
you
not
depressed,
like that.
Pessimistic ass attitude, like the fan base. You can stay over there.
I say they go 4-2 to end the season. You say they win 1. I say we get to the 48.
Okay.
And you say we win 1. So you say our end, and we will have 45 wins at the. Oh my Jesus. Shams Charania. The NBA is looking into Memphis's Ja Morant using finger gun motions. Bro. If Ja Morant gets suspended for finger guns, I am good. All right, I'm with Roser.
No, I'm not. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Oh, shut up, Devin. You said that we were going to win last night, and you said we were going to win. You literally, you have never picked a Grizzlies loss.
Yes, I have.
No, you haven't.
I said Denver, we're going to lose the game. I just said we're going to go 82-0.
Bro, is Ja Morant going to get suspended for what are they investing finger guns?
Doesn't every player do that?
Every player does it, bro.
I see so many players.
Dude.
When they hit threes,
every player in the NBA does finger guns.
They all do it.
Every player does finger guns.
Bro.
But Ja,
bro,
that's where we draw the line.
Oh, my God.
We got a player in our league who paid a chick to not ever see his kid again.
Oh, my
Yeah,
God.
but we can't investigate that.
We can't investigate
Well, there's
that,
no
but
investigating. That
Ja,
it just happened in a court of law.
You stop
I
it
swear
with the
to God,
finger
this
guns.
is real. I thought it was going to be NBA Central. Shams Charania. The NBA is looking into Memphis's Ja Morant using finger gun motions at the goal.
Yeah,
So I can't even read this without laughing. What?
We got freaking.
What are we talking about? What is the penalty for finger guns?
Yeah.
Finger gun?
We got
What's the penalty for this?
We got domestic abusers, absentee fathers,
yeah.
but we want to investigate finger guns.
Finger guns? That's our growl towel. Finger guns.
Yes, that needs to be just finger guns. That needs to be on the ground towel.
I am told that they
Finger
are
guns.
also looking into the Texas Tech Red Raiders for what they were doing at the Elite Eight. Finger guns?
Oh,
Did he type that seriously?
No, he probably laughed. He had to laugh when he was typing that.
Holy hell.
Or Tim McMahon himself typed that for himself. Because we know Tim McMahon.
Tim was like, Shams, you got to tweet this. I can't be the one to tweet this. Shams, you have to tweet this.
It says the NBA is looking into Memphis's Ja Morant using finger gun motions towards the Golden State Warriors bench last night.
Yeah, we got Jackson Hayes.
What are they looking into?
We got Jackson Hayes doing crazy stuff with his girlfriend on camera. But nah, finger guns is where we draw the line, gang.
I can't believe that's a real report.
It's a real one.
Finger guns.
I'm about to jump off a cliff.
For finger guns. Like, look, I shouldn't laugh given the seriousness of which some reports have been, but dude, seriously, the same league that had Kobe Bryant get accused of rape and then played in the playoffs.
Like he was literally
That's the same league.
He was literally in court. And then got out of court the same day and went and played in a basketball game.
Finger gun.
We are investigating the use of finger guns.
Miles Bridges plays in games.
He's in the NBA. What are you investigating?
Oh my God.
What does that even mean?
That's the stupidest crap ever.
Hey, Roser.
That is so dumb.
Put your little hat back on. Put your hat back on, Grim Roser. We're gonna go 1-6. Remember that.
No, we're winning every game now.
Nah, don't. You with this. Never mind. I was gonna say a bad word. You with these. Yeah, you with them. Go ahead.
Deep down, you believe it too.
No, I don't, bro.
Yeah,
I'm not
you
one to
do.
be like, oh, we're gonna lose every game.
I think deep down, both of you believe it.
Hell no, bro.
What?
How you gonna tell us what we believe?
What do I believe?
I just think deep down.
What?
Deep down, what?
Oh, I for sure think we can win. Look,
you've been saying that for 2 weeks that we can do this and do that. We never do it. Like, why don't we do it?
Do we need to keep your receipts of what you don't do? Glasses, man.
Hold on.
Whoa.
I'm
glasses, man.
Look,
come on, bro.
Look at the schedule, bro.
Yeah, I've seen the schedule.
Okay. What's their record against under? The thing is, they have not beaten good teams. Their record against under 500 teams, that's our mode of operation. So there's 3 of those.
There's 3 of them.
There's 3 of those. I'm not asking you to beat. I'm asking you to beat teams that are literally losing teams.
Okay.
Losing teams. So that's 3 of them. And I'm saying you can get 1 extra. I don't think that's a bridge too far. I don't.
Yeah, Roser does.
Roser thinks you can only beat Charlotte. Are you sure we're going to beat
I
Charlotte?
said you can get a second win.
Sure?
I said you can get a second
we
win.
can beat Charlotte?
Yeah, we'll beat Charlotte. We'll beat Charlotte. That's like playing Utah. Like, you'll beat them.
I looked at it. I'm being honest about that. You act like we're pussyfooting, but there's you just played 3 games. There's one of those teams light years better than you.
Well,
those other 2 teams are not.
What I would say is when you are as bad as they are defensively, you can literally lose to anybody. Like you can lose to anybody
But
when
if
you
you
are as
score
terrible as that is.
You can also beat anybody.
You can. That's true.
I'm not asking for a lot. I'm asking to hold somebody to 120.
And not 150. Shit.
Can you hold somebody to 120? Because if you can, you can win.
Because you'll score 132.
You can win. They score enough to win.
So look, you stamping 1-6, right?
Was it 7 games left?
Yeah.
You 1-6.
So you're saying
we're
45
1-6, 2-5. Yeah.
No.
No.
Pussyfoot.
Don't pussyfoot now.
You sound like Johnny Pussyfoot.
Don't pussyfoot now, Rosa.
All right, then
you got all
win.
these chat geniuses riled
I
up.
say 40. I say 48. Roser says 45.
Yeah.
And I go, you said 4-2?
What was the beginning season win total? What was the season win total at the beginning?
Higher than what we're going to do, bro.
No, it was. If we won like 48, we would hit the over.
You said 40.
Probably.
You said 48. You
Yeah,
said
that's
how
what I
many?
said. That's what I
45.
said. That's what
I'll
I said.
go 1, 2, 3. I'll go 47. 40. What's my number? 47. I'll go 47.
The Grizzlies. Oh, I don't know if I could go back to opening. Okay, here you go. Opening odds.
They said it was 48.5.
No, it says 45.5 here.
45.5.
That's what it says here.
Somebody get to cash that ticket in.
45.5 is what I've got for the
Okay.
opening ones, right? So Roser would be under by 0.5 based on his. Yeah, I think that's right. Looks like 45.5 was the opening one.
45.5.
Yep.
So they've already hit it then, right?
Now this one
No,
says
they did
47.5.
It may depend on when you
Here's
got
a
it.
okay.
Yeah,
Here's this one was before the season on FanDuel. Before the season on FanDuel was 46.5. Man, it's gonna be close. They're good. They're good.
So you say 1 and 6. You say get 4 of them things.
I say 48.
Okay, I got 47.
Okay. No, he said 45.
You said 45.
Yeah,
we get
45.
one. We get one.
He
more.
says we win in Charlotte.
And you say we're the ones not telling the truth. It's okay, Rosa. We noted it.
Yeah, note it. Write it down. Take a picture. I did like. They're gonna end up in the play-in and.
John,
why are you so obsessed with this pick all of a sudden?
I mean, it's not being obsessed with the. It's not being obsessed with the pick. It is what it is.
Hey,
okay, say they get the 6.
No, hold on. You don't get to go to the playoffs.
Okay, no.
Yeah, you don't get to go to the playoffs.
Yes, I do.
No,
you don't. You're
me and
banned from
Devin
the
are going.
playoffs.
You're not going.
Okay.
You don't get to go to the playoffs.
Okay,
because you didn't believe. No.
Okay, well let me.
You know
ask
what you can do? You can go. You can go play pickleball with Anthony Davis in the off season. That's what you can go do.
Okay. Say we get the 6. Who we play?
No. Don't say. You said we're gonna lose every game.
Okay, we get the 6. Who are we playing in the first round?
The Nuggets, probably.
Houston.
Okay, and how do we think that goes?
They got 4 guys in their top 6 that shoot less than 45%.
They can guard, and they're about 25 million times tougher than
how
we
have
are.
the games gone against them?
We are 1 and 3.
Rosa, they can't. It's playoffs, bro.
We are not the same team.
We have 3
do
dudes
not
that
have Brandon Clark anymore. That will matter massively in the playoffs.
We
That
have
is
3 dudes
going
that
to
play
matter.
Playoff games.
That is
Jalen
going
Green
to
ain't played a
matter.
playoff game, Rosa.
No, you don't get to talk about playoff matchups.
Yes,
you
I
said
do.
we're not going.
Okay.
Yeah, what are you?
No, you said we're not going.
Okay.
And you know what? You're not going. Me and him are.
Yeah, we're going.
Me and him are.
And then also, hey,
Me and
you
him
stand
are.
on your word now, buddy.
You
Don't try
can,
to-
hey, you know what you can do? You can start your off season early and go to hot spring.
Yes, like you've been wanting
Your
to go.
dream vacation. Your dream vacation.
Don't derail
to hot
Revis,
spring.
Rosa.
I'm going to see Bonnie Raitt at the Orpheum.
Oh,
I don't wanna
you
see-
would.
I don't want to see you. Don't derail Revis now.
You literally know one Bonnie Raitt song. One.
No.
That's it. That's the only one you know.
No,
yes,
let-
it is.
here, let-
no, don't look up
at your
anything.
phone.
What you do with the
Sing another
Angel
one.
from Montgomery?
Sing another
It's a
one.
great one. Let's give them something to talk about. Yeah. Live.
You doing that with that pickaxe in the hand is crazy.
All right, can I take a break? I'm tired of talking to you.
I'm tired of talking to
Jessica
you.
Jessica Benson's coming in.
Grizz Nation gets set for tip-off 1 hour before every Grizzlies home game with the warm-up show. Get the latest news, notes, and analysis live from courtside at FedEx Forum.
Who's going to be the tougher team that rebounds and prevents second chance opportunities?
Join me, Lang Whitaker, along with Michael Wallace, Jessica Benson, and other personalities from Grind City Media, Memphis, and around the NBA. 1 hour before every home game, live at Grind City Media on X, YouTube, and the official Grind City Media mobile app.
I see people who look like me and were born probably in the same decade as me, watching all of these young people jump into the transfer portal and saying, it's ridiculous. You got to stop thinking about this like it's a normal college experience. It is not. You know what the priority is? Maximize your earning potential for every year of eligibility you have left. That's what this is about now. These are jobs.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Grizzlies fans, dunks, dimes, and no looks are great on TV, but nothing compares to catching them IRL. And that starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight in person. From seeing your favorite Grizzly stars up close to hearing the squeak of the sneakers on the hardwood. Put that jersey collection to use and get tickets at Ticketmaster. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside, Memphis.
Shinedown. Dance Kid Dance Tour. Live in Memphis. FedEx Forum, Saturday, August 30th. With special guests, Bush and Morgan Wade. Get tickets now at livenation.com. Shinedown, live in concert. For more, visit shinedown.com.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans, want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you during the Grizzlies 2024-2025 season? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
We touched on this earlier, the panel here, about what really has been the mainstay of the Grizzlies, and that's Jaren Jackson Jr. Trip has just been awesome.
He's posting guys up. He's stronger than he's ever been. He's physical, and he's scoring all type of ways.
Hey, Grizzlies fans, be sure to tune in to Grizzbeat, where the panel and I break down all things Grizzlies and take a look at the rest of the NBA as well. The show is live every Wednesday, 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Yesterday was the talk of the town. It was a cow on the side of the road.
Do you live close to a movie theater? I'm just curious because maybe the cow was trying to go to the movies.
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing beats catching your Grizzlies IRL, and nobody knows that better than you. So next time you want to hit up a game, Ticketmaster's got your back with tickets to every upcoming matchup. Whether you're catching the Grizzlies at home or on the road, you'll find tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Keep putting that jersey collection to use and get Grizzlies tickets today. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside again soon, Memphis.
When it's all on the line, you turn to the strong, the stable, the unwavering. To those with a history of raising their performance to meet the moment. It's true in basketball. It's true in banking. Grizzlies checking from Pinnacle. Play hard. Bank easy. Open a Grizzlies checking account with at least $100 and a recurring direct deposit by August 31st. And you could receive a $200 direct deposit bonus into your account. Details at grizzliesbanking.com. Member FDIC.
Can't wait. It's time to get it popping. It's going to be crazy. The fans are going to be loud. We need just energy.
We're going to need, the form rocking. We're going to need, everybody in Memphis to be out there to come to support.
When the fans are good, we're good. Simple as that.
A Bane three. Yes, sir! Desmond Bane with ice water in his veins.
We'll ride the energy together.
Welcome back to the Chris Vernon Show on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, back to your host, Chris Vernon.
Outside with the G's and the homies. OG fresh out ducking the police. White t-shirt, locs on, riding dirt. Trick, don't talk to me when I'm counting up money. Yeah, west side, east side, it's active. I just stepped in the party, what's cracking? I just seen the enemies, but they lack. Yeah, we really with the business, they don't want no action. Bounce, ride, slide, throw it in the sky. If you from one side, we throw your W's up and represent. Bounce, ride, slide.
All right, we're back. Chris Vernon Show, or rather, the Finger Gun Show. Bang, bang.
Watch out for the finger gun.
Pew, 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 pew. Hey, dude, my man Steven Adams Stats tweeted out a video of Dyson Daniels finger gun shooting the entire Pelicans bench.
And the Atlanta Hawks Twitter account tweeted it out and put extra sauce from Dyson.
Did he really?
Yes. And he's spraying the whole bench.
They never cared until Ja Morant did it. So
Finesse 2 Times made a song about that.
There's no way they're gonna have like Shams go on TV and like talk about this seriously. There's no way.
Enough is enough. All right, we got the Final Four coming up this weekend, and all four seeds have made it for the first time since 2008, which was also interestingly enough, in San Antonio. Jessica Benson is on the Jessica Benson Show every morning at 8 o'clock right here on Grind City Media. You can watch it on YouTube. Find it wherever you get your podcast. All right, Final Four time, Jess.
Well, the number one storyline is what team brings out the finger guns
Yeah,
first.
Texas Tech's out.
That's too bad. They're in San Antonio.
Yep.
Remember the Alamo.
Yep.
See how it goes. All right. Obviously, the number one storyline in this whole thing is all 4 number 1 seeds. And we've talked ad nauseum about it. And Ken Palm gets it right. And statistically speaking, will this be the new normal? Is this an anomaly? Anomaly. Thank you.
You got it.
It's been a long 2 games,
Understood.
4 straight losses. Times have been tough. All that to be said, everyone's talking about that already. Everybody's talking about Cooper Flagg. Everybody's talking about the health of Janai Broom. Like, we're going to continue going through that. So these were some... They're not deep cuts.
All
They're
right.
just not your first line
Understood.
of the stories that are going into. Like, who would you rather have than Walter Clayton with the ball in his hands right now? We've already got that. Like, those are taken care of. So, let's
Do you have
start
any
with,
Walter Clayton in there?
No.
Do
but
you know
love
I saw
him.
something last night that I did not know? You know, you end up finding out a lot more about guys when they reach this level
Yes.
or when they get like this famous or they do something special. But I saw a thing last night. He was an amazing high school quarterback and was like 4-star guy recruited by Florida State, Notre Dame, Florida, Georgia, Tennessee, West Virginia, Nebraska, Cincinnati, everybody. And was not a basketball guy, but loved basketball. That's what he wanted to go do. His offers in basketball were from Elon, Jacksonville, Florida Gulf Coast, and Iona.
Wow.
So he went to Iona and played for Rick Pitino
Yeah.
at Iona. And then ended up, obviously, now, you know, his life went forward, and he's now, I mean, he's going to be an NBA player.
He's the most
He's
famous.
going to be.
By the name, his name Walter. You see that tweet?
Yes.
He said the dude's name Walter. Like, ain't no Walters hooping like this, bro.
No.
It's
Walter
kinda
White
crazy.
could never.
Yeah.
You remember Suggs was an amazing high school quarterback.
Yeah.
And David Roddy, who played for the Grizzlies, was a really good one, right? But it's fascinating. It's always fascinating to me when you find these guys that were these great athletes at something. Like, his better sport was the one he didn't pursue. Theoretically, right? Walter Clayton Jr. Make a name.
Well, that's where
change his name, bro.
I love going through those. And my first collective story is the other guys on Duke. Like, Cooper Flagg is the face of the men's side of the tournament, even though Walter Clayton has gained so much ground in Janai Broom. But, like, Cooper Flagg is everything that everybody expected him to be and more. And to get to that status speaks everything for Cooper Flagg. But the rest of this Duke team, the others around him, have been incredible. And you talk about interesting stories, like Tyrese Proctor grew up in Australia and played cricket. And Knipple went through a period, his mom did an interview, he like hated sports. They didn't think that he was going to play sports. And he comes from a sports family. His mom played college basketball at UW Green Bay, I think, so at Wisconsin Green Bay. And they were trying to figure out how to get him back into it. And they got a Wii for the family, and they put NBA Jam on the Wii. And that's what ended up getting his interest in basketball.
He does everything
he is my
well.
favorite
He really
player that I
does.
really didn't know a
Really
whole lot
does.
about.
Yep.
And now watching him, and just the clip that he's shooting at, like, this tournament's for the shooters. And
Yep.
he's 17 of 32 from the field, 7 of 13 from 3, both 53% marks. He's been awesome. Obviously, Maluwach has been incredible. So you look at first-round pick projections and how this Duke team kind of represents like the old way teams were built. You got the freshmen. You have one guy who's been at Duke for all this time, and they have transfers off the bench. But I do find it to be a fun, like, it's like the good old days
It is,
of watching
it
one
is.
of these great, like,
Somebody
blue blood
recruited
programs.
players, and they're awesome.
And they are awesome. Like, it is so clear to see why they have the most efficient offense. And when you go back to Knipple, I mean, there's no drop off when Cooper Flagg's been out and through that ACC tournament. That's where he really, like, his star started to rise, and people have been paying attention to Duke all year knew. But to take it to that level and then for that to carry over into the NCAA tournament has been really good. Like, I think any of those guys, sure, if you had to bet the most obvious choice at most outstanding player of this tournament, and the most obvious choice of who's going to win it would be Duke. Like, that would be where the most money is. That's where the odds are. Cooper Flagg would be most outstanding player. Any of those guys could get it. Like, especially either Knipple or Maluwach. I think they both.
And we've seen that in the past where it's like it may not be the most highly touted guy ends up winning the most outstanding player. Tyus Jones did it once upon a time. Obviously, Kyle Guy did it once upon a time. I mean, it just whoever has the best tournament.
Yeah, and you put like this specific Duke team up against Houston, and so you have most efficient offense going up against the best defense. But Houston doesn't have anyone in their rotation over 6'8".
Yeah.
I just feel the length of Duke and the athleticism that we've seen on display could be the kind of thing. Houston 1-3 against Ken Pom, top 5 offenses of this year, and their one win was against an injured Texas Tech.
Yeah, but in fairness, all of their losses are like overtime losses.
Right?
Exactly.
Like,
I think there's only.
And we did just watch Tennessee struggled to put 15 points up in the first half.
Isn't Auburn I think I read they were the only team to beat Houston in regulation? I think that's true.
Double check that. Hold on.
I'm not kidding.
They did, in fact, beat Houston in regulation 74-69.
But that's it.
Yeah,
I think every
was,
other Houston loss is an overtime game.
Overtime to Alabama, overtime San Diego State, and overtime Texas Tech.
Which is
that's wild.
Crazy.
You got to take me to
you
the
got
death.
4 losses and 3 of them are overtime?
Yeah.
Just the odds of playing that many overtime games is
That means if you're going to
insane.
beat me, you're going to beat me.
Right,
You got to
right.
take me to the death to beat me.
Right. And that takes us to the next storyline, which is coach legacy building. And I'm willing to say at this point, like, do you think Kelvin Sampson is the best active coach without a championship?
For sure.
That's the first one.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
I think it's time for him to
With
get
what
one.
he's built there.
Yeah.
And I mean, he
Three
had
trips
teams
to a
at
Final
Oklahoma and
Four.
Indiana, too.
2-time national coach of the year. If he wins at 69, he would be the oldest coach to ever do it. And I do love this interesting coach dynamic where you have 2 coaches who have 66 years combined experience between Pearl and Sampson, and you have 2 coaches who have 9 years combined experience. 2 are in their 60s, 2 are in their 30s. 2 went through kind of the old school practice of how you rise through the coaching ranks from small schools, multiple stops. And then the other 2 have had pretty quick meteoric rises. Like when you look at Todd Golden, he has a stop at San Francisco, but then he's at Florida. And obviously John Shire has been at Duke as an assistant and then ultimately the ascender of Coach K's legacy at Duke. So it's just it's weird to see where this will go. Will it go to one of those coaches who the championship has always eluded them, or will it set the stage for one of these younger coaches to be kind of the standard bearer of the next generation of coaches coming through the
I
sport?
think it's time.
I haven't really thought it through because you just said that Kelvin Sampson, but I guess off the that was off the top of my head. No, Mark Few. Mark Few's
Few's
got to
a
be
good
in
one.
that list. Pearl's got to be in that list. Pearl has got to be in the list of the best
And
that
that's
has
where
not won
you have
one.
both of them in
That's
this tournament.
Who else ain't won one yet?
Scott Drew got one.
Scott Drew did get one. I mean, Rick Barnes hasn't gotten one, but I mean, in terms of like just winning basketball games, he has one. And Nate Oates he's still relatively new.
And obviously Hurley has his.
Yeah, Hurley has his. Yeah, I think it's probably fair.
it,
And it's getting to 69 when it
Right.
comes. And Pearl's
That's right.
65.
Mhm.
So both of these guys are in the. I don't want to put it on him. We see coaches try to
Pearl
coach
seems
for their
way
entire
younger
life.
than,
yeah.
He does. He has a young spirit. He got a young spirit for sure.
Kelvin Sampson's old school.
Yeah.
I'm ready for it. I want him to win one, bro. Because I think GP posted a photo of his first game at Houston.
No one's there.
But there was nobody in that place.
Mhm.
And you remember even back in the Conference USA days,
Hoffines, right?
Nobody
Yeah.
went to those Houston games, and now they're one of the best teams in the country. Like that's Kelvin.
He built
It's an all-time rebuild.
Yeah,
like, to be
I
able
want him to
do
win
that.
one just for that
Yeah.
sake, bro.
Yeah.
You build that from the bottom to the up. Like get Kelvin one, bro.
Did we say Rick
Calvin,
Barnes?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know.
Rick
Wanted to
Barnes,
make sure we
in
put him
terms of
that
like
mix.
just amount of wins that has not won a title,
Yeah.
he's
up there,
very high.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting
Yep.
which direction that goes through. As it pertains to non-starters, I think the most exciting sixth man in this tournament has to be Tahad Pettiford from Auburn. I just love his
Because he's the
story.
only one under 30.
That and just this notion of being a super hyped freshman and coming off the bench for one of the best teams, like throw the ego out of it. And I
Right.
can't speak to his actual ego, but at least how he's appeared. He's accepted his role and he has thrived in it. And he could be the guy who wins everybody over. You talk about underrated players who end up winning most outstanding player. I mean, God, if you get from him what he did in the game against Michigan, there's a very real path forward where everybody's talking about Pettiford coming out of this weekend. And more people
Oh, yeah.
are. Like NBA scouts are suddenly looking at this guy and
He
saying,
looks like he reminds me of Jeff Teague a lot.
Jeff Teague's a good comparison.
like Jeff Teague
that
a
little turnaround jump, like the little pirouette turnaround that kind of capped off that big run against Michigan.
I've got to go back and look, but I believe
He's so fun. He's really fun.
He's so fun to
Jeff
watch.
Teague. So Wake Forest, Jeff Teague.
was, or was he on this list? This is because he is true freshman, right?
He's an actual
Yeah,
freshman,
his
19-year-old
dad
freshman.
played for Bob Hurley in high school,
Okay,
so
he
there was
was-
a connection with the Hurleys, and it was a big deal that he picked Auburn instead of
Yeah,
going
he
to
was
college.
29th
Okay.
On 24/7 Sports.
Okay.
He was the 29th ranked recruit.
He shoots lefty. He's a righty and everything else. Like everything I learn about him, I just enjoy his story. And Dylan Cardwell was asked about him, and he's like, "I just got 2 words for you: big balls." And I just like that describes how you've watched him play in these games so far.
No,
so.
he is. He is not afraid. Like he will, because some of the shots he takes, you're like.
Nah, you shouldn't be doing that.
Like, what do you do? Because he'll just be like, I got this. And it's like he's on the team with Janai Broom and all these veteran transfers who are like 25 years old. And he'll just sit there between the legs, crossover spin.
That's where Brevin Knight would come in and say, that's a Jersey kid. He is. He's a Jersey
And he
kid.
like leans on that.
Yeah.
And there, like, every profile you read about him will be baked into he's from Jersey. He's a little different.
Yeah,
when you watch
yeah.
Better
Nah,
Play, you're like, oh yeah, that's got that Jersey energy behind him.
Yeah.
But he, I don't know, could be a top 20 pick. Probably going to declare for the draft after this.
I won't be surprised if we talk about him on Monday swinging the game.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he come in, get like going like an 8-0 run by himself. You know what I'm saying? Get the crowd hype.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That kind of thing.
That was in the going through rosters and trying to find a player who's not one of the main guys.
Pettiford.
That's the one that I would most look at. I mean, another that you
Plus,
look
he
at.
is 6 years older than his
Yes.
teammates. I mean, younger. Than
Younger.
his
What are y'all
teammates.
talking about, bro?
How is that possible?
Yes.
How is, he has nothing.
Yeah.
It's where you look like on the flip side.
Hey,
of-
young blood.
OG.
Hey, young blood.
Hey, OG.
Hey, young blood.
Hey, can you pick me up from class, OG?
It's like you look on the flip side, like someone like Jawan Roberts for Houston, who's the old school pro, like has spent every year at the same school.
6
and
years at Houston is crazy.
6 years is wild at this point. That's like, I mean, coming out of the women's tournament, like Sedona Prince she played college basketball for 7 years, and we don't have to get into everything else with her, but you're just like looking, you're like, 7 years?
7 years.
Holy
Yeah.
hell. She's the one who like started the whole changing of showing the discrepancies between the men's tournament and the women's tournament during COVID. Like, you're still playing?
That's
Still
awesome.
hooping.
You're still playing?
get a
Anyway,
job, get
that
a
brings
job.
us to, because there are 2 Final Fours in this world, and you know, I always am here to keep you guys educated
All right.
on who you need to be paying attention to in the women's game. We have
Educate
3
us.
1 seeds and 1 2 seed. The plucky underdog UConn Huskies making their 24th Final Four appearance, which is the most of any team ever.
This is
in
a
men's and
legacy
women's.
game for Paige Beckers.
I mean, she had a 40 ball.
It
in the-
really is.
She had a 40
Is it?
ball.
I don't know.
No,
I was just saying
I mean,
that
she had like a 40
decisively.
ball in the Elite Eight.
She's had 3 straight 30 plus, and she had a 41-point game in the
She was
Sweet
hooping.
16. She is hooping. She is awesome. She's never really gone full takeover mode. I only say that, like, please don't come for me, Paige Becker stands, because she's such a complete player. Like, she's someone who stamps through her playmaking, her passing, her defense. It's not like she's just a scorer. But now her scoring has really taken her to this elevated status going into this. And when you think about UConn has gone since 2016 without a championship, for them, that's eternity. Like, they don't know what to do with that. And this was what she was supposed to be. She goes through all these injuries. And I think it's very cool that, like, if you ask anyone, UConn's playing their best basketball right now and being the 2 seed going into this tournament and taking on a UCLA team. UCLA, the number 1 overall seed. UConn's an 8.5-point favorite in this game.
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
8.5-point favorite. It's UCLA's first ever trip to the Final Four, so you measure how UConn's been playing, you measure the experience factor,
So
I guess.
I hate to do this to you because I know, look, you're a West Coast girl.
Yeah.
Is it like it in the women's as it is in the men's? Do you know? Like that whole, you see that map every year, and it's like
The last time they won a
if you cut
championship.
if you cut the map like in half, every men's champion has been on the right side of the map since 1997. It's like the Arizona Miles Simon team is the last team west of the Mississippi to win.
Let me see.
Let's
I'm
see
gonna
the
go to-
last.
And by the way, all 4 this year are all east of the Mississippi.
Yeah.
So
Stanford in
got
92.
one. Stanford,
My year of
got
birth.
one.
Is there any other West Coast team that has won a national title?
Well, there were obviously
in
those
women's
Cheryl Miller USC
Stanford.
teams.
But that's
But that's
what-
it,
come on.
Yeah.
35,
Peach
40
baskets.
years ago.
Peach basket.
No, that was by.
They won
That was,
2021. They won one.
What?
I thought they won one in 2021.
oh, yeah, Stanford won.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
because
won
that was,
one.
that was
Okay.
Tara Vanderveer's
So it's
last
not the
one.
same
Yeah.
thing. It's not the same
Stanford
thing.
won one in
No.
2021.
But that's it.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the only team in there. Like,
It's
USC
South
was supposed to be
Carolina,
the one.
South
Fascinating. You
Carolina,
ever seen that
LSU,
map?
South Carolina,
Yeah.
Stanford, yes. Baylor, Notre Dame, South Carolina, UConn, Baylor, Texas A&M,
Bro, it
UConn,
really
UConn,
is
Tennessee,
all-
Tennessee, Maryland, Baylor, UConn, Notre Dame, UConn, Purdue, Tennessee,
I think I have
Tennessee,
it.
UConn.
Okay, I do. I have it in my phone. Okay, so they cut the
Old
country.
Dominion.
They cut the country directly in half. So I don't want to say west of the Mississippi.
Okay.
But they cut the country directly in half, and everything east of the red line, and the only ones even close are Baylor and Kansas.
Wow. I mean, that's pretty much.
But I mean, look, that whole side of that map. Look at that.
That's pretty much the same
Crazy.
thing in women's basketball.
And every championship
Thank
since
you for
97.
Thank you for the trigger warning.
Sorry.
As a West
USC
Coaster.
was supposed to be in the conversation, but then Juju blew her leg out.
Yeah, and I honestly think if USC.
Yeah, but USC, I actually saw the USC UCLA game, and UCLA beat them.
Yeah, but they beat them the other 2 times.
Yeah,
Crushed
so yeah,
them.
I saw the last one.
Juju was in that joint.
That one doesn't count. We don't count that
Juju,
one.
If Juju
was
had
off
Juju
in that
out there,
game.
Juju would probably would have it'd make a little difference. But
I think it would have made a difference. I still think that UConn USC game would have been a juggernaut regardless, and it would have been a toss-up of who would have advanced out of it.
They are an 8.5-point favorite over UCLA.
I think if USC had been in one of the other regions, and this is not just me being a homer, but probably a little bit, they would have had a chance to advance even without Juju.
Who are the other 2 teams?
So the other 2 teams are South Carolina and Texas. They have played 3 times this season. South Carolina won 2 of those. This was the situation where they both went 15-1 in SEC play, and they had to do a coin flip. I don't know if you remember seeing the video of Greg Sankey doing the little coin flip for the tournament. This is no disrespect to the roster of South Carolina, but like the most important person to know with South Carolina is Dawn Staley.
Yeah,
Dawn Staley's in GOAT status.
Staley.
They're going for a 3rd title in 4 years. They are 20-1 in their last 4 NCAA tournaments. 5 straight trips to the Final Four. Now, if you do want one player to look out for on the South Carolina team, she doesn't start, but she is one of the most polarizing, most interesting players.
she has a Curry deal, bro. She has a Curry shoe deal.
Full Wiley. She has the Curry brand. Curry wore her on his shirt a couple weeks back. People start paying attention to her. She's a sophomore guard. She is the epitome of someone who is either the most entertaining best player on the court or being played off the court.
Yeah,
like
'cause she
Sweet
be
16 game,
shooting.
for their win over Maryland, she's probably the reason that they were able to squeak out a win over Maryland. Duke game, she's so bad, she sits the entire 4th quarter. Like, she is so skilled, but I read something once that like she learned the game through mixtapes and highlights, and so she never really learned how to play team basketball.
She plays like it, bro.
She plays like
she
it,
be doing
but she's
behind the
so
back passes
fun.
for
Like,
no reason.
between the legs, she's just like a trick star all over the place. But she's really good, and honestly could be one of the swinger like players who swings a game for South Carolina. But also they're just built different. Like, the Texas team is good. They're a good
to try
story.
to pull up to see if any of these were in a. I looked up just a WNBA mock draft.
Yeah.
Becker's is number 1 on all of them.
Yes.
For the most part.
Madison Booker
and then
might be
there's
on one.
two of
Booker's
the
on
Notre Dame
Texas.
players are very high.
Well, that's
and
our
then,
next story.
And then the other girl from USC.
dipped out.
What is it? Kiki
Afira.
Yeah, she the forward for them.
Yeah.
She's 3rd on the
She's-
mock draft list.
She was all right.
She goes in and out, man.
Yeah, she's
she
all
was
right.
a little frustrating at
She
times.
played at Stanford last year.
Yeah.
But no, bro. The thing about Texas too, when you watch them, like South Carolina beat them by 30 in the
Yeah.
SEC championship game.
Yeah.
Because the thing about Texas, bro, you know what they don't do, Vernon? They play 1980s basketball. They don't shoot threes,
They're really boring.
bro. They
I
don't
don't
shoot
mean
threes,
that
bro. They
badly,
attempt like
but-
1 3 a game.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see. I don't see any. There's one girl from South Carolina, Tihana Pow Pow.
Oh, Pow Pow, yeah.
She's like a guard. She ain't
Yeah.
a star player.
No,
really.
but I'm saying she's on the mock draft.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was trying to see if there's any others that are on the
My
WNBA
girl Chloe
mock
Kitt's
draft.
not on there. Shout out
Chloe Kitts.
My girl right there.
You'll notice Chloe Kitts. She's
out
one of the
Chloe
starters for
Kitts.
South Carolina. But that does bring us into the last topic for today, which is not the Final Four, but it's been the biggest conversation in
Finger
women's
guns.
basketball.
Oh.
Yes, you got it. There's another player who's being investigated for finger guns. It's an epidemic. When will this country do something about the finger guns?
Pew pew.
Most dangerous thing in the sport.
Pew pew.
I would like to know when everyone's going to do something about, I don't know, Jackson Hayes.
Yeah.
And, I don't know. Kevin Porter Jr. played like 17 minutes last night.
I know.
I don't know.
It's fine, guys.
Bridges, okay. No, but the decision as you look at that mock draft, who does it have at number 2? How old is this mock draft?
Oh, this one just came out.
Is that the chick from that left Notre Dame?
This one just came out. Yeah, they all have Olivia Miles from
Well,
Notre
Olivia
Dame.
Miles is no longer
She left.
submitting her name to the WNBA draft this year. Projected number 2 pick. She is returning to school, and this
Oh.
is crazy for 2 reasons. 1, deciding not to enter the draft, and 2, she's transferring. She is leaving Notre Dame, and this was so big. Like, Shams broke this news during the Elite Eight, and I think it happened during the Grizzlies game Monday night, and just kind of raised my eyebrows on it. But it is shocking for a projected number 2 pick to return. It's probably more shocking that she's transferring, and people who cover Notre Dame basketball closely watched her and had started saying like this is something that could make perfect sense. One is the money, and the WNBA is in the process of renegotiating a new CBA, which will take into effect in 2026. But if she entered right now, the rookie salary is $76,000 per year. So I don't want to say it's strictly because of the money.
Where's she going?
We don't know.
We don't know.
People are saying
TCU.
TCU was the early riser.
Yeah.
I think she wants to profile build. It'd be crazy if she went to UConn. I would love her to be at USC. Bring in that veteran presence while Juju's out for a year. They have some really good freshmen. They have this girl, Jazzy, who was in the McDonald's All-American game last night. Who's
So Niall
awesome.
Ivy's going to end up leaving Notre Dame because they ain't got the money.
So,
right?
no,
They're
and-
losing everyone.
and
except
it was
They ain't got the
for-
money?
It was a situation too. They said it was like she like reposted something, like liked something. It was a post about the Hidalgo stuff.
Yeah.
It was
Who
like
did?
Olivia
She liked
Miles.
something like involved in it, and then that was like a part of like the whole situation.
There was a moment.
Is Hidalgo leaving?
No.
Nah, she'll be there.
No. There was a moment in the ACC tournament where like Olivia Miles had the ball at the top of the key, and Hidalgo like cuts to the basket. She's open, and Olivia doesn't give it to her. And unclear if it was intentional or not. They're two ball dominant guards, and that's the thing. Like their playing styles did not work well together. Early in the season, you're like, is there any better backcourt? And then it became a situation where they clearly just couldn't play together.
they're on the
But
slam
like
cover
Hannah
together, bro.
Hidalgo, after she didn't give her the ball, just like stands in front of the Notre Dame bench with just like her hands down, just staring, and like doesn't get back involved in the play. Things have felt
Bad
dicey.
vibes, okay.
Bad vibes.
Okay.
When you look at how Notre Dame underperformed again, like this was supposed to be a Final Four year
they
for
got
Notre
slam
Dame. At one
cover.
point, they were the number one team in the
slam cover,
country.
Early in the season, this was a slam cover.
Pick your
With them two,
poison. Yeah, and they make it like they were ranked number one for a period of time, and then the wheels just kind of fell off. So
Gotcha.
bad vibes. But for Olivia Miles, it's just really interesting that she will now have an opportunity to continue to develop. You have the NIL option, so it just shows that at this point in time, you can at least make a case for going back and playing an additional year
For
of
women's
college
basketball, for
women's
sure.
basketball. Absolutely.
She will make way more than $76,000 by going and playing in college. And
But if she had a bigger brand, she would make she could make way more with endorsement deals at the WNBA level.
Maybe.
But now, I don't think she's well known
I don't think
enough.
there's enough money
But she
out
wears
there
goggles.
for it.
She needs to work the goggles because I love a goggle.
Yeah, but
look.
there's not enough money out there for it.
Her brand,
I don't think
she
yet.
needs to work her brand because her brand's
what
not
I'm
really that
saying.
big. Her
Yeah,
brand-
as a college kid though, like she could make, because the other thing is this. You know, people say that about like, well, what if Cooper Flagg went back to like, bro,
it's a
Cooper
difference.
Flagg, the number one pick is $15 million a year. You know what I mean?
Small difference in-
Whereas, you know, Olivia Miles, I guarantee you, Haley Van Lith made an absolute fortune this year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
TCU
A
at
fortune.
TCU.
Yeah.
Oh, she made
I'm
a
talking about,
bag.
but they also, and Beckers has got like, what, 2 million Instagram followers or something like that?
She has the highest amount of.
She has the
Instagram
highest.
on
It's
in-
her. It's
Cooper.
Juju.
I like this tweet. Let me go find it.
Yeah.
It was like all the top followers this page. In the NCAA tournament.
But like
Beckers
Haley
is-
Van Lith
Beckers
is a perfect
big.
example of it.
Huh?
Like, Haley Van Lith is a perfect example of someone who went back to college,
yeah.
like got her stuff right,
Yep.
elevated her. She'll get brand deals forever.
She'll also be a top 10 draft pick.
Yes,
Like,
exactly.
most followed March Madness stars. This is men's and women's. Paige Beckers.
Yep.
Flau'jae Johnson at LSU.
Yeah.
Haley Van Lith. Juju Watkins. Cooper Flagg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Top at a men's and women's tournament.
Yeah.
The most followed stars in the NCAA tournament. And Paige at 2.1 is crazy.
That's where NIL has always been so important for everyone. Like pay
Yeah.
student
I
athletes
do.
a myth, make them employees. We could go further and further
That's
on
right.
that. But the NIL portion for women,
Oh, yeah.
like man,
Enormous.
we're better at the social media game. Like
There's
it's
no
just
question.
a fact. There's just bigger followings, and it's just an
And there's
easier
a
path
lot of
forward, and
perverts out there.
There's a lot of
You know what I
perverts
mean?
There
out
sure are.
A lot of perverts.
Of those 2 million, I'd love to know the percentage of the pervs.
I bet you.
How many
Just
have
kidding, I
never
don't
watched
wanna
her
know
play
the percentage
basketball?
because I hate
1.5 are
them.
probably pervs.
What's the breakdown? Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Can Instagram
What's
give me the analytics
Yeah,
of that?
give us the analytics on that.
Advanced analytics.
I mean, I can go. I want
Not
that
a
to-
stat that we're very interested
I don't
in
think we
these
want to
days.
know.
But anyway,
Yep.
both men's and women should be
Yeah.
really good matchups between the two. So
Good matchups.
that South Carolina-Texas game could be ugly, though.
Bro,
It's a defensive battle.
Bro, it's gonna be like.
I don't have a strong feeling of who's going to win, do you?
No.
I'm gonna go with.
I don't have a strong feeling.
Strong
I'm saying.
feeling? No,
know.
but
I'd
I
lean
would-
towards Duke, but
Yeah.
I think I'd stick with Auburn.
interesting.
Just because they're old.
I think it's.
25 years
and have one of
old.
the old coaches, too.
I think that's a super big advantage.
Okay.
Being an old
If they're
head.
playing Duke,
This is the year
and it's
for
a bunch
old
of
people.
18-year-olds versus a bunch of 25-year-olds, I mean, I think I want the 25-year-old.
with the old heads for sure.
That's funny.
But it's 4 good teams though. That'll make it fun.
No, it will be. It should be a good Final Four weekend.
Duke, UConn, like a Duke men's win, UConn women's win. Those dual fans will be so happy.
Oh, yeah.
Championship chasers.
That's for sure. All right, that's going to do it for today's show. Thanks to Jessica Benson. Thanks to Devin Walker. Thanks to John Roser across the glass. Thanks to Jalen back in the studio. Pew, pew. We will be back.
Put your finger guns down.
Be back tomorrow. Until then, we gone.